We've all heard fairy tales where good triumphs over evil, but sometimes real life plays a trickier game. Imagine being innocent yet accused, gentle yet branded a monster, loved yet abandoned. That's the unsettling situation of a young boy named Peter, the central character in an unnerving tale that's part mystery, part tragedy. It all begins when the town where Peter lives descends into fear after a series of mysterious deaths. Panic reaches a fever pitch when even the sheriff is found dead, leaving the community paralyzed with terror. Enter John, a stranger with a reputation for solving such supernatural riddles. His arrival stirs hope, yet also suspicion, turning the townspeople's anxiety into aggression. John finds himself targeted, almost like the locals want him to fail. Yet he persists, determined to find the truth. As he digs deeper, John discovers a shocking secret about the seemingly pious Reverend Ford. The man who is supposed to be comforting the town in its darkest hour is revealed to be manipulating the townspeople for his own sinister ends. The revelation of the Reverend's dark secret shakes the foundations of the town's trust. People start questioning everything, including the innocence of Peter, the boy at the heart of the story. John, however, remains steadfast in his belief in Peter's innocence. He continues to investigate, driven by his unwavering commitment to uncover the truth. But John's investigation doesn't just challenge the town's perception of Peter. It also confronts them with their own prejudices and fears. The townspeople, grappling with their grief and uncertainty, become increasingly hostile towards anyone who questions their beliefs or challenges their way of life. They turn on John, pushing him further into isolation. Despite the hostility, John manages to unearth more clues pointing towards the real culprit, revealing a disturbing reality. The source of the town's misfortune is not some supernatural force, but the very people they trusted to lead them. The climax of the story is a powerful confrontation between John and the forces that have been controlling the town. It's a showdown that exposes the darkness lurking beneath the surface of an ordinary community and the lengths to which some will go to maintain their power. The ending, however, leaves us with more questions than answers, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable truths that often lie hidden in plain sight. By portraying a world where the line between good and evil is blurred, the story challenges our perceptions and reminds us that sometimes the greatest monsters are not born, but made. Welcome to my channel. Today, we'll explore this gripping narrative and see how it's more than just a spooky tale. Join us in unraveling the deeper themes and messages embedded in this chilling story. A coastal community gripped by a series of tragic events finds its fear reaching a boiling point when even the town as sheriff falls victim to the mysterious circumstances plaguing the town. The sudden and unexplained demise of the sheriff sends shockwaves through the community, amplifying the sense of dread and uncertainty that has already begun to grip the town. Enter John, a mysterious outsider who possesses a reputation for unraveling complex mysteries. His arrival ignites both hope and skepticism within the town. As John starts his investigation, he encounters resistance and hostility from the townspeople, many of whom seem reluctant to cooperate or share information. This tension highlights the deep-rooted fear and paranoia that permeates the community. Adding to the enigma, there's a young boy named Peter, who becomes the center of the town's suspicion and fear. Accused of being a monster, Peter's innocence is questioned, making him a vulnerable figure amidst the unfolding chaos. The story intricately weaves together elements of horror, suspense, and psychological drama, keeping the reader on the edge of their seat, while also prompting reflection on the nature of good and evil. John's investigation reveals a dark secret about the Reverend Ford, a religious leader who has been offering solace and guidance to the town during these difficult times. The revelation that Reverend Ford is the orchestrator of the town's misfortunes exposes the depths of his manipulation and the lengths to which he'll go to maintain his control over the community. Despite the mounting evidence against him, Reverend Ford continues to manipulate the townspeople, exploiting their fear and grief to keep them under his spell. This manipulation underscores the vulnerability of human beings in the face of tragedy, and the ease with which they can be swayed by those who exploit their desperation. As the story progresses, the line between good and evil becomes increasingly blurred, challenging readers to question their perceptions and examine the complexities of human behavior. The idyllic facade of the town conceals a sinister underbelly of manipulation, fear, and malevolence, exposing the darkness that can lurk within seemingly innocent communities. The narrative explores the depths of human despair, showcasing the corrosive effects of fear and prejudice on a community. The townspeople as descent into paranoia and their willingness to embrace extremism as a means of coping with their anxieties serve as a cautionary tale of how fear can distort rational thought and lead to destructive actions. John's investigation into the death of the sheriff uncovers a web of deceit and manipulation orchestrated by the seemingly benevolent Reverend Ford. As John delves deeper into the mystery, he faces constant opposition from the townspeople, who exhibit an alarming level of hostility towards outsiders. This antagonism reflects the town's collective descent into fear-driven extremism. The story effectively builds suspense, keeping readers on the edge of their seats as John navigates the treacherous landscape of deceit and danger. The plot twists and turns, offering glimpses of a horrifying reality that contradicts the town's pristine image. As the truth behind the town's misfortunes is revealed, the townspeople are confronted with the horrifying realization that the source of their torment lies within their midst. The revelation of Reverend Ford's true nature exposes the depths of his manipulation and the extent to which he has exploited their fears for his own sinister purposes. However, Reverend Ford's influence over the community is so profound that even in the face of overwhelming evidence, many townspeople remain under his sway. This highlights the insidious nature of manipulation and the difficulty of breaking free from its grasp. The story underscores the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Despite the challenges and setbacks he encounters, John remains steadfast in his determination to uncover the truth and bring it to light. His perseverance serves as a beacon of hope in a tale dominated by darkness and despair. As the narrative reaches its climax, a confrontation ensues between John and Reverend Ford, bringing the conflict between good and evil to a head. The showdown exposes the full extent of Reverend Ford's malevolence and the lengths to which he will go to protect his dark secrets. The ambiguous ending of the story leaves readers with a sense of unease and encourages them to contemplate the complexities of the events that have transpired. The final moments invite interpretation, prompting viewers to consider the lasting impact of fear, manipulation, and the struggle between good and evil. In conclusion, this gripping tale is a masterful exploration of the darker aspects of human nature. Through its intricate plot and compelling characters, it delves into the depths of fear, prejudice, and the struggle between good and evil. The story serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking, the dangers of unchecked fear, and the enduring power of hope in the face of adversity. That's all for today. If you liked the story, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating tales. And if you have a story you'd like to share with us, use the link below. Let's continue to explore, learn, and grow together. See you next time.